The first law is the law of the lid.
I feel like he's talking about one's level of like growth, because your growth overall does determine your leadership. Because if you've only grown to a certain level, how are you going to ever exceed that or teach your team to do better? So for me, that lid represents like someone's like growth level.
If you're not prepared to lead your team, you will tamper their potential as well. You will put a stop to them as well if you're not prepared fully enough.
The lid is your potential, right? It's how far you can go. And just know that you can exceed it.
It goes along with our vision as well. Explore your potential and your team's potential as well.
Where are we standing? Like self-awareness, I think is very important, and I think is the first step for us to actually start growing. I think the number is kind of just to have something to explain it with, but the object, I think, is the self-awareness.
I think that goes hand in hand with self-reflection, because I think it's not just reflecting, it's once you reflect is being able to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's clear to me that if your company or any part of your department or anything is not doing well, if you're the lid, then you must be responsible for that. So instead of blaming everybody and saying, oh, it's this manager, it's that, or I have to fire that one, look at yourself and say, okay, where's my lid lowered?
And I think that starts with setting goals and focusing on them and doing what it takes to achieve them. That being said, the beginning of the year, a lot of people have resolutions, right? How many people have resolutions on the screen? How many people are working towards those resolutions? And are you monitoring the progress of your resolution?
One of the most important things that we can do is watch our thoughts, because they become our actions. And I know that firsthand, because I mean, we all had bad thoughts, right? And the attitude changes everything, because the attitude will determine our thoughts as well.
You know, all of those qualities that we look at, I really believe they start internally. You know, if you can't lead yourself first, if you can't be disciplined yourself first, or have all these traits with yourself, can you really provide them to others?
Des Harris uses a phrase that I love, and that is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yeah.
Right? People don't want to be led by somebody that they genuinely don't think cares about them or their development or their growth.
And I think that's the important part, is being really aware of how much we all depend on each other and affect each other, and really like being on the same page. Because if we're not, you know, it's almost like you're doomed.
I think, you know, like you said, we're a community. We should be able to push each other as well. When we see we're not doing the best, we should be able to call out, and we should all be open to feedback, right? Because we're trying to improve as a team, right? As an organization, right? If we see somebody lowering their lid, or maybe their lid's not high enough, but we see that that's one of our strengths, we should reach out, you know, be all connected.
100%.
That's what it means to build meaningful relationships. You can't do that unless you're building meaningful relationships. I totally agree with that.
Josh, does that mean our slogan should be "Pop the Top"?
I just think this works so well.